I outbox him and then I stop him. He never fought anybody like me. Ever. None of them have.
Good. That's it. Calm. Keep it at your pace. You control the pace behind the jab. That's it. Relax. Little feint.
Tyson Fury, stunned by Anthony Joshua's monster transformation. AJ is preparing for war. Tyson Fury couldn't believe what he was seeing. Watching Anthony Joshua's latest monster training footage left the Gypsy King genuinely stunned. Even from the highlights alone,
I've never really watched it from start to finish, ever.
Really?
But I have watched it while I've been on the cross trainer and stuff in the gym, like, you know, the highlights and stuff, when you're warming up and whatever. We usually watch like 10 minutes.
Fury could feel the raw intensity, precision, and focus radiating from every movement Joshua made. This wasn't just another training session. It was a statement, "I've never really sat down and watched it start to finish," Fury admitted. "But I've seen clips while I'm on
Anthony Joshua, because his team have been confident in getting this fight and it just seems to go far.
What they are, they're a pack of bums, fighting old men, short men, no good men. He had the challenge from Deontay Wilder. He was offered $80 million to go to the United States, but he refused and offered to fight for
the cross trainer or warming up in the gym 10 minutes in. You know when someone's not just training, they're locked in. And that's exactly what Fury saw. Total commitment. Every combination, every bead of sweat, every explosion of power spoke of purpose.
Yeah, he's looking good, man. He's looking good. Everyone's in good spirits because big-time boxing is back. After this massive pandemic and this issue that we had, it's great to be back. It's great.
Joshua wasn't going through the motions. He was transforming. Fury, a master of psychological warfare and an astute observer of the sport, knows when a fighter has crossed the threshold between preparation and obsession. The message from Joshua's camp.
You little shithouse, talking shite. I'm afraid you'll put me fist right for the side of you, little sausage. And all the shithouse, that big bodybuilder Joshua, that's a proper shithouse, that is. That's had the contract for I don't know how long, and ain't signing it. You little sausage.
Camp was unmistakable. This isn't a comeback. This is a declaration of war. For Fury, that realization changed everything. The long-hyped showdown between the two British heavyweights has always been about pride, legacy, and supremacy. But
felt he needed a bit more personal one-on-one tuition. And look, he's a sponge, Anthony. He's always said that he's always learning. And to go to the team where he tried twice to get the better of Alexander and couldn't.
Now, with Joshua's new fire burning so visibly, the fight looks even more dangerous and more inevitable. What struck everyone about Joshua's training wasn't just his size or power. It was his mindset. Behind the calm exterior, behind the discipline...
size doesn't matter. If size matter, king of animal would be elephant. Yeah. But if you wanna, you first your skill, your mind,
footwork, and thunderous punches was a man reborn. Fury's reaction said it all. Beneath the usual bravado and banter, there was respect, an acknowledgement from one champion to another that something special was happening. Joshua wasn't showboating. He wasn't...
But this isn't the first time he's gone into different environments to learn from different people, and you know, obviously, if that's the case, great people to
flexing for cameras or social media validation. He was methodical, structured, and hungry. That's what made it terrifying. His refusal of an $80 million offer to fight Deontay Wilder in the United States was seen by some as arrogance. But now...
Some terrible habits. Needs to get himself a proper old-school coach, in my opinion, who's going to school him if he's going to have any chance of continuing in the sport of boxing. But you know what, I kind of fear for the guy more than wanting to...
In hindsight, it looks strategic. Joshua isn't chasing paydays. He's chasing the right fights at the right moments. Fury knows that too. There's something different about this version of Anthony Joshua. The energy in his camp feels alive.
And Joshua will be... Tyson will win, and Joshua's got a chance in redeeming himself. Don't write him off. We've written him
again. The enthusiasm, rhythm, and sense of purpose surrounding him are infectious. For the first time in years, fans feel that unmistakable heavyweight electricity. After seasons of uncertainty, disruptions, and disappointments, seeing Joshua this sharp again has reignited belief in the division. His focus screams redemption. His positivity radiates confidence. Even Fury, for all his dominance and swagger, knows what it means when a fighter channels that kind of inner drive. Respect between the two has quietly grown. Not just
took him out with, and Pulev took him out, Povetkin took him out with. But I just think, fight-wise, I'd lean towards Anthony Joshua, boxing.
as rivals, but as men who've both rebuilt themselves from hardship and doubt. Joshua's evolution runs deeper than muscle. His hunger for knowledge is unmatched. Every setback has become a lesson, every loss a stepping stone. Critics who wrote him off after defeats to Andy Ruiz Jr. and Alexander Usyk may soon eat their words. Joshua has been listening, learning, and reinventing himself under the guidance of multiple world-class trainers. The Anthony Joshua of today is not the same fighter who rose.
He's got a lot of power still. His punch resistance may be shot to pieces, but Fury's not too far behind him, I don't think. They're both ready to go. So it's a question of who lands first. And Fury's always been quite smart, quite clever in terms of his boxing sort of prowess and ability. So you would expect Fury to maybe nick it
through the Olympic ranks on brute strength and charisma. He's a tactician now, a strategist who blends intelligence with explosiveness. Even Usyk, who twice outfoxed him, would agree. Size means little without strategy. And Joshua's new training has forged both. Trainer Don McKenzie described this version of Joshua perfectly. He's not just training harder, he's training smarter. Every movement has intention, every drill has purpose. He's preparing to adapt to any style, any fighter. That adaptability is what separates the good from the great. Joshua's willingness to study diverse fighting philosophies and immerse himself in new environments is no.
But I think it's because he's been inactive for 12 months, and I think the ring are very much like box rec, that if you haven't fought for 12 months, then you're out. And it's up to AJ. Although I do feel, I don't know, St. Lawrence called it the other day, I wouldn't be surprised if AJ goes, I'm fighting on your show. I'm just in a little 6-rounder, and I'm fighting in Nigeria.
Accident. It's the mark of a man chasing mastery, not fame. He's no longer predictable. He's evolving. Still, McKenzie offered a fair warning. Even monsters have weaknesses. Sometimes his power overshadows his precision, he noted. Those are the tiny openings that someone like Fury, an elite tactician, can exploit. And yet, it's those imperfections that make Joshua so compelling. He's not finished. He's still sculpting himself, physically and mentally. Every round, every mistake, every triumph feeds his hunger. Coach Kevin Brown echoed that sentiment. People underestimate AJ's resilience. Every time they think he's done, he comes back sharper. He doesn't fade, he learns. Indeed, Joshua's
God bless them. They're going to make more money. They're going to fill Wembley Stadium up. I'm sure. Whatever. God bless them. But to me, it's lost. It's lost its zing. It's lost its luster. I mean but that's me. It's lost. The English fans are so loyal. They're such boxing fans.
Transformation reflects not desperation, but determination. His new monster form is not about intimidation. It's about evolution. It's the product of humility, self-awareness, and an unrelenting desire to improve. Veteran trainer Virgil Hunter agrees. Changing trainers isn't a sign of weakness, he said. It's evolution. Boxing is about adaptability. Joshua is willing to leave his comfort zone to extend his career, and that shows maturity. Hunter believes Joshua's long-term strategy is what truly separates him now. Every adjustment, every shift in philosophy has been deliberate. This is not a fighter trying to relive past glory.
AJ is going to fight January or February, and Tyson Fury wants to fight before he goes back into the ring in a major fight, apparently. And I would think so as well. They've both been out of the ring for what will be over a year. Let's get this fight made back end of the summer 2026, and we can settle it.
It's one building for the future. Joshua's choices show foresight, Hunter added. He's not clinging to who he was. He's investing in who he can become. Of course, one concern remains. Ring rust. Both Joshua and Fury have endured long stretches of inactivity. Even the elite lose timing and sharpness when they're away too long. Mackenzie pointed out that while Joshua's power remains monstrous, his defensive rhythm could take time to recalibrate. Still, both men are hungry to return. Joshua is targeting a bout in January or February, while Fury wants to fight before committing to another major showdown. By then, both will have been out of the ring for over a year, a long pause in the unforgiving world of heavyweight boxing.
Because Tyson Fury's a fighting man. So I know Dylan White is nightmare to everybody. You never know right now. People are thinking, yes, I know how to take that boy out. It's the same shot Anthony Joshua took him out with, and Pulev took him out, Povetkin took him out with. But I just think, fight-wise, I'd lean towards Anthony Joshua.
Boxing. But maybe that's what makes their eventual collision even more intriguing. Two titans, each rebuilding, each rediscovering what drives them. For Fury, the revelation of Joshua's new fire serves as both a warning and motivation. For Joshua, it's a reminder that redemption isn't spoken, it's earned. This next chapter of British heavyweight boxing feels different. The bravado is still there, the stakes higher than ever, but beneath it all lies respect, discipline, and the unyielding pursuit of greatness. When these two finally meet in the ring, it won't just be for titles or bragging rights. It will be a battle between two men who've been to the brink, rebuilt themselves, and come back strong.
Let's say this for him. He's resting right now.
Yeah.
You know, forget Deontay Wilder. Forget anybody else. The fight to have is with the Gypsy King. You know, so let them rest. Let them get their minds right. Let them, the bodies rest. Let them figure out what they want to do. When they're ready, they'll come out and say, you know what, I'm ready now. We're both ready. Let's get it on.
You think that's the fight next for both of them, yeah?
That's the fight for both of them. That's what they want. You know, there's no point of like fighting Deontay Wilder or fighting this guy and fighting this guy. But really and truly, everybody wants to see Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua.
And that, more than anything, is what makes this fight destined to define an era. Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua, the fight that will define a generation. Tyson Fury knows exactly what's coming. Watching Anthony Joshua's latest monster training clips, the Gypsy King recognized a familiar kind of danger, the focus of a man preparing for war. And if all goes according to plan, the war will happen in the summer of 2026. Let's get it made, Fury said confidently. Back end of the summer, we can settle it. It's the fight the boxing world has been waiting for. Fury versus Joshua, two giants of British heavyweight boxing, finally on a collision course. But this isn't just another slugfest. Analysts are already calling it a chess match disguised as a brawl. Both fighters possess devastating weapons, Joshua's explosive power and Fury's uncanny ring IQ. Yet when these two finally meet, it won't just be the stronger man who wins, it'll be the smarter one. Timing, precision, and composure will decide everything. In heavyweight boxing, one perfectly timed punch can flip the entire story. Trainer Joe Gallagher captured the concern many experts share: inactivity. Even the best lose sharpness when they're away from competition too long. It's all about rhythm, Gallagher explained. Joshua being out for more than a year could affect his timing and stamina. A short tune-up fight would help him rebuild confidence before facing Fury. It's a delicate balancing act, staying sharp without overexposing himself. Strategic matchmaking will be vital. The right warm-up bout could restore Joshua's rhythm and set the stage for a fully charged showdown next year. Fans know that in modern boxing, preparation matters as much as power. That's what makes this next chapter so compelling. Then there's Teddy Atlas, the wise, no-nonsense voice of experience. Atlas issued a reminder amid all the excitement. Hype can sometimes outgrow the fight itself. Fury versus Joshua will shatter box office records and pack Wembley Stadium in minutes, he said, but fans need to be realistic. The spectacle is guaranteed. The magic depends on what happens inside the ring. Atlas wasn't downplaying the event. Far from it, he was emphasizing that great fights aren't